Okay, welcome to English Club Podcast. We are from English Club Mahendra Datta University. We would like to talk with a special guest from Consul General of Republic India. He is Excellency Mr. Prakash Chan. Good afternoon, sir. How are you today?
I'm very fine, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and today we're going to talk about the culture, history, about Indonesia, India. Yeah, before we begin to main question, I would like to ask you, sir, how long you've been living in Bali, and could you tell us about your experience in Bali as a Consul General of India?
For the first time came to Bali on 23rd of September 2019, almost 2 years now. And my experience in Bali has been very nice, very wonderful, because I come from India, and in Bali I really feel as if I am still in India, as if I am. So I don't find myself as a foreigner, very easily being accepted. Wherever I go, I feel like so many temples, culture, etc. It's very, very natural feeling, very nice.
Because Indian culture and Balinese culture little bit similar, yeah.
Yes, and the people are also so friendly. So, like we can feel a little bit difference if we are in Europe or America or something. But Bali is same feelings like India. Yeah.
Because in Bali we have the people is family friendly, yeah.
Yes.
And then we have a question, sir. I saw on the Instagram, Consul General of India make a event with ICCR. May we know what is the main ICCR?
ICCR is basically the full form of ICCR is Indian Council for Cultural Relations. Yeah, and this Indian Council of Cultural Relations was for the first time founded in 1950 by Dr. Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad. He was the first Education Minister of India. Its objective, the objective of ICCR are to actively participate in the formulation and implementation of policies and programs pertaining to India's external cultural relations, to foster and strengthen cultural relations and mutual understanding between India and other countries, to promote cultural linkages with other countries and people, and to develop relations with other nations. That is the basic purpose. And nowadays ICCR also has some role in expanding the education cooperation. Yeah. For example, just Indonesia has 20 scholarships which are being handled by ICCR, and which is being utilized by people all over Indonesia. So education is also a part of it. In education, in dance and music also being taken care. Yeah.
Okay, and the next, sir, how Consul General of India introduced the Indian culture in Bali? Maybe have we know?
Yeah, actually, Consulate General of India was established in Bali in 2012 only. Only to 2012. But the linkages of India with Indonesia, Sumatra, Bali are centuries old. So I would go a little bit in detail. India and Indonesia have shared 2 millennia of close cultural and commercial contacts. More than 2000 years ago, in the beginning, traders came here. The Hindu, Buddhist, and later Muslim faith traveled to Indonesia from the shores of India. The stories from great epics of Ramayana and Mahabharata form a source of Indonesia folk. folk art and dramas. The shared cultural, colonial history and post-independence goals of political sovereignty, economic self-sufficiency, and independent foreign policy have unifying effect on bilateral relations. So it's not new, means many. So in this, similarities between India and Indonesia are many. India is world's largest democracy, and Indonesia is world's third largest democracy. They are home to multiple languages, ethnicities, cultural customs, and religions. Today, myriad of cultural vestiges of the Indian connects in the form of landmarks, milestones, rituals, and social mores of Sumatra serve as a constant reminder of India's age-old cultural influence in this part of the world. Due to such linkages, Indian civilization, cultural Hindu epics of Ramayana and Mahabharata are already embedded in the cultural matrix of Indonesia and other parts of Southeast Asia. So ancient trade links between Kalinga kingdom and Bali translated into cultural bonds as seen in similarities between rice rituals of Odisha, Garbana, Sankranti and Mabinukung of Bali. Bali Yatra, voyage of Bali, which is an annual event in Odisha even today, symbolically floats toy boats to commemorate memory of Odisha maritime ancestors who traveled to Bali, Java and Sumatra. So every year there is this festival in Odisha where hundreds of thousands people, every day they congregate, a week-long festival there. It is celebrated, and every year they invite some of the dignitaries from Bali also to participate in that. But that is a different thing. Uttarakhand, we are also proposing the sister city relations with Bali. It will come up soon. Okay. So there are several thousand common sounding words in Bahasa Indonesia derived directly from Indian languages. The first word which comes to mind is the word Bahasa itself. In Hindi we call it Bhasha. Bhasha is language. And other words like from like Tamil language, Urdu, various other. Nowadays languages they are borrowing the words from. But in Bahasa Indonesia there are so many words from Indian languages. Say for example, Asli, genuine. Masjid, we commonly use it, like halal, haram, jahannam, kitab, kurban, angota, maaf, mumkin. I was told there is one Indian national living here for 20 years. He has made a book of 2,000 words, which cover. They are being used in Indonesia and neighboring countries also. So it's a very old cultural bonds. So temple at Bali, Borobudur, and Prambanan bear the testimony of Indian presence in Indonesia. It's very old tradition. These are also great examples of cross-cultural influences in the field of architecture and temple design and architectural skills common to both countries. Borobudur, the most visited tourist attraction of Indonesia, is situated in central Java. It is a 9th century Mahayana Buddhist monument dedicated to the Buddha and was built by the Shailendras, situated on top of a hill. It consists of 9 terraces, each receding from the one beneath it, and the whole is crowned by a bell-shaped stupa at the center of topmost terraces. According to historians, the vacant space in the sanctum sanctorum of the Balinese temple served as a meeting place of the mountain spirits and Hindu trinity, in which the preponderant role was assigned to Shiva Girisa, the lord of the mountains. This can also be seen in temples of Java. The earliest reference to the lord of the hills occurs in epigraph on a boulder from East Java dating from the 5th century AD. The sculptures of Amravati in India, found at various sites in the region, were evidently carried by the early Buddhist missionaries who sailed from this region through the ports of Palura, Apeterion complex on the Odisha coast. So it is mutual on both sides. There are also, these are also appear to be a strong connection with the Amravati school of art in the later phase. The images of sculptures found, especially in Borobudur, are the finest examples of Indo-Javanese art. Yeah. Another interesting facet of India-Indonesia cultural linkage is the wayang. Wayang is the Indonesian term for theater. Wayang performances are accompanied by gamelan and gender wayang in Java and Bali respectively. Wayang has survived for more than 1,000 years in Java, Bali and other islands of Indonesia. The plays are inspired by the Mahabharata. Through stories, characters and places have been adapted to Indonesian cultural settings. The puppet shows are more than just a part of theater and have become part of the political, economic and social life of Indonesia. So the bonding between Indonesia, Bali, India are centuries old. So very strong bondings. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. And the next question, sir. What event have been carried out by Consul General of India in Bali? The event already.
Actually, recently, now for 1.5 years it is a pandemic, but still we are regularly managing doing the yoga classes, online and offline, dance classes, cultural activities, and we also have made videos and shared with the population like on cuisine, several dishes which are popular in India, which are liked here in Bali also. We also made a how to wear sari. Balinese lady love, when they watch so many movies, Indian ladies wear so beautiful saris. They want to learn how to wear sari, so we made a sari workshop also, which was very much liked. And plus Indian art like papia mache, we prepared those paper with the paper, some shapes which can be used in day-to-day kitchen things or decoration. We went to the Bantuan for painting also. Yeah. So we have prepared videos which is available on our YouTube channel of the Indian Consulate as well as SVCC Bali. Like Rangoli also we did one workshop, made a video. Rangoli also like decoration of any auspicious occasion. People here in Bali also decorate with flowers. So it's very common.
That's very nice, event. Yeah.
So that is how we are doing, keeping ourselves busy, so that we can share the culture.
Yes, we can share. Yeah. And what event have been? What is the biggest event ever held by Consul General of India? What is the biggest event?
Yeah, biggest. Actually, these have been just before I came in 2015 and 2016. There have been big number of Balinese participation in yoga. Approximately 3,000 people participated in it. And I think in 2018 there was a Holi festival celebration where almost 2,000 people participated here in Bali They enjoyed. Holi festival is a festival of color. We play with water and use color. Yeah, and we are missing that last year and this year also.
Because the pandemic, you cannot make a big event like that.
Yeah, I think when the corona comes down, already so many people are curious to know when are we going to organize this event. And this 21st of June this year also we did International Yoga Day at Nusa Dharma.
Nusa Dharma.
Near, just very adjacent to Nusa Dua. Yeah, it was a newly introduced, and there we made a very nice program. Around 200 people participated in that.
I hope we can join also.
Yes.
Maybe
No, we will do when things are okay, like in Makassar or some other part, Bali also. Yes, we will do. And in that sense, 2020 January, our Republic Day, it was very nicely made. Around 300 people participated. This cultural program and all that. It was very fantastic. So let us hope the things time comes better, then we will, yeah.
I hope we can join also.
Certainly.
And the next question, sir. Sir, can you explain the famous figure from India, the name Swami Vivekananda? Because that's the famous in Bali.
Yes, very. He was a very big, tall personality. Actually, Dr. Swami Vivekananda's statue was also placed near our cultural center, but because we have closed and shifted to Indian consulate, so it has been brought back, and we'll see. Okay, so Swami Vivekananda is also known as Narendra. Narendra is the first name of our current Prime Minister also, Narendra Modi. Okay. So, Swami Vivekananda was a great thinker, great orator, and passionate patriot. National Youth Day is observed on 12th January to commemorate the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda. He is an influential personality who is credited with enlightening the Western world about Hinduism. He represented Hinduism in the Parliament of Religions in 1893 in Chicago, and due to this, an unknown monk of India suddenly leaped into fame. Swami Vivekananda founded Ramakrishna Mission on 1st May 1897 for one's own salvation and for the welfare of the world. He always focused on teaching universal principles rather than personalities. He had tremendous intellect. His unique contributions always enlightens and awaken us. He was a spiritual leader and social reformer. Our Ministry of External Affairs also renamed more than 20 Indian cultural centers. It runs in Indian missions and posts abroad across the world as Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center, seeking to highlight the spiritual leader's role in creating the idea of India. So he has been a very big personality to motivate so many young generations. Yeah.
Because I saw a lot of the states Swami Vivekananda. Yeah, in Bali.
Yes.
In the next question, sir. At the beginning of the independence of Indonesia and India, was there any culture exchange at the time after independent Indonesia and India?
Actually, that I don't remember. But recently, several events in recent years, it's a big list I have, but in 2016, Makassar Orange Festival, Nusa Dua Fiesta, opening ceremony of Bali Art Festival, Festival Pesona Tambora, like celebration of Indian festivals for public, we are making like Holi, Indian festivals like Holi, Diwali, Dasara, Saraswati Puja, many occasions which are common, liked by local population also. We keep on making that, celebrating that. Yeah.
I think the famous is the Deepavali and Holi in Bali, I heard.
Yes,
it's the famous.
Deepavali, Holi, Holi is very popular
Yes,
actually.
very popular, very famous.
Even this year, with in the corona, with observing full protocol,
Protocol, yes.
around 70-80 people this year we celebrate.
Yeah, you
And
said
some students from
the Universitas Meta
university also, I'm sure they enjoyed a lot.
Yeah, I was came over there.
Yes, came over there.
Yeah, with my friend.
Yeah, it was very nice, full of fun.
Yes. And the next question, sir, is there any culture in Bali that impresses for you? Impresses?
Sorry?
Is there any culture in Bali that impresses for you? Like,
Actually, here there are so many cultural aspects. Like first, it's a land of temples. So many temples, thousands of temples. We naturally get attracted to it. So many ceremonies which has pujas in India also very common, and so many puja like Saraswati Puja, Purnama, Amavasya. As I said before, I really feel like I'm in India.
yeah.
I don't find everything is common, and particularly the Galungan, Kuningan. Whenever we go out, we see those big decoration, Panjor, so beautiful. It really captivates the people, and when we see so many large procession of ladies in beautiful batik, kabaya, and gentlemen in batiks, it's so enchanting actually. Very even when we go visit any place we visit, it is so fantastic. It's a lovely place actually. Yeah, we like everything.
Yeah, thank you very much. And then I'm sorry, I forgot the question. In promoting India culture in Indonesia, is there a center for Indonesian culture in Indonesia? I like have a center of culture in Indonesia.
Actually, we have only two cultural centers in Indonesia. One is Jawaharlal Nehru Indian Cultural Center in Jakarta, and second is in Bali, Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center. We make so many activities to promote the cultural mutual. Here in Bali, our dance teacher has been doing so many Odissi dance performances. She is a teacher as well as a performer, and with the local Balinese dancer also, she is doing collaboration, which is liked by people a lot. Yeah.
And next question, sir. How do your opinion about Indian culture that is accepted in Indonesia?
Actually, many people from Bali, they like to visit India. Particularly, I have seen they want to go for kind of pilgrimage. They want to go to Haridwar. They want to go Rishikesh. At the same time, they also visit so many touristic attractions like Taj Mahal and other important places in India. And here also, like I say, they like our Indian festival also. So there is easy acceptance, and food also. Food also is part of culture. They love Indian food. Yeah. So they many people really wish to visit India for to fulfill their means pilgrimage, these Haridwar, Rishikesh and other places. Even south also, Kerala and all that, other temples they visit. Not one time, they repeat their visits. Yeah.
I feel that's very nice. And the next question, sir. Sir already living in Bali around 2 years. 2 years.
Yeah.
Yes. And may I know which the favorite food in Bali? Maybe which favorite food in Bali?
For me, I like very simple food, even like nasi goreng, nasi ayam, nasi champur, several other foods. I cannot, don't remember the names, but I say, please give me this. And I really love it. It's very tasty.
I think the tasting is similar with Indian food.
Yes, quite similar. And good thing is here they give sambal together. if I eat less spices, I cannot put it. I eat more, I can put it. So it is very easy to adjust to the palate.
Do you like the spicy food? No?
It depends.
Because Indian like the spicy.
I eat moderate, medium.
Medium.
So Indian food is not always spicy. We can always make as per our choices. So many Balinese food I like. Yeah.
Because I saw on YouTube the Indian food a lot of chili pepper or chili powder.
No. Actually, rather in that sense, the green chili here is the hottest chili. So no, India is also there are parts of some parts. Some areas they eat more chili, some less. We can always get our foods as per our requirements. Anywhere we go to restaurant, they always say, sir, low, medium or high. So we can. So it's not that the chilies are already there. No, they prepare it as per our choices. Yeah. But this very tasty means. Yeah.
And the next question, sir. In your opinion, what is culture is very similar between India and Balinese culture? Which one similar? Maybe similar like a dancing or some.
Actually, there are several things. I think I have seen many people like Indian movies. And Indian movies, they love to dance, they love to sing, and because of the movies, they some learn language also, and culture, common culture like Ramayana, Mahabharata, and other like festivals, they are quite liked by on both sides. Yeah.
I think that's similar. The Ramayana and.
Yes, they are very good linkages. Actually, stories are not a little bit. They differ actually, not exactly, but it's a good connection.
Yes, good.
So they love it. Yeah.
And the next question, sir. In your opinion, what is the difference between Indian culture and Balinese culture? I think what is the difference between
actually there are so many common customs, but they are not exactly the same. Little bit of difference is there, but we easily can get adjusted to that. Like ceremony is a little bit different. Like in India, we don't have this Kuningan and Galungan. Nepi also is unique about Bali. Perhaps Nepi kind of festival is Bali special in the whole world. Yeah, it is very nice.
When the Galungan Day, how the Consul General India is that celebration Galungan Day?
No, actually, for us, the consulate here is a very small office.
Oh, yes.
Very small, only for India based, and local staff naturally they celebrate with their families. So we are generally having a limited role, but whenever we go out, We saw it, we visit temples, and we really enjoy it.
Thank you very much. And next question. In your opinion, which place in Bali very similar to India? Which the place maybe have you visited?
Actually, I have not visited, but I heard that Goa is quite similar. Goa, it has beaches. It has you go to Kuta, Sanur, or other beaches. Goa is very similar, and some parts in south, like Kerala, they are very similar to Bali. Yeah. Goa, yes, and Kerala, southern parts, and rather our east India, like states like Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Sikkim, you can feel like almost same.
Bali,
Balinese.
please.
Actually, you can see the easy connection, the greenery, forests,
The forest.
everything is same, climate is same. But India is such a big country, subcontinent. Anybody from Bali goes to India cannot feel like a foreigner,
Yeah.
can easily get mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the next question is, what event will be held in the future by the Consul General of India? Maybe have some event, the big event.
Actually, spread of corona has limited our role. For last 2 years, almost 2 years, we were not able to celebrate Holi.
Yes,
Because we don't want to. We should follow the protocol. So, but every now and then, on every occasion, religious occasion, or other important Indian days or Balinese days, we do some dance program and share it in the social media. Miss Pompey has been quite active about that. Even yesterday also, in India we celebrated Ganesh Chaturthi, and it is also celebrated here also. So she also did a dance. So we are, as a cultural center, we are busy. We keep on doing, but large functions are not being organized because of the pandemic. So let us hope, pray this corona goes or reduces at large extent, then we will organize bigger events.
I wish also that.
Yeah.
And the last question, sir. Who is the figure from Indonesia that you admire, and what make you admire him?
Actually, that figure comes to mind is Indonesia's first president, President Sukarno. And also we like it. He had a good equation with our first Prime Minister Nehru also. And you may be knowing President Sukarno was the first chief guest on India's first Republic Day in 1950. He witnessed, President Sukarno also witnessed the Dr. Rajendra Prasad swearing in as the first president of the Republic of India. Jawaharlal Nehru, because he shared with the special bond with the Indonesian president because of India's efforts to bring global attention to Indonesia's struggle against Dutch colonizers post World War II. India and Indonesia had cultural relations dating back centuries, but Sukarno and Nehru, they shared similar ideas of anti-imperialism and secularism. After all, both were proven freedom fighters, both even before India had attained independence in 47. Nehru played a pivotal role in bringing global attention to Indonesia's struggles against the Dutch. So, without doubt, President Sukarno is our first, which the names about Indonesia comes to mind. Yeah, and now currently the President Jokowi is also very playing an important role. Yeah, like him.
Okay, thank you very much,
Thank you.
Mr. Prakash Chan, for coming to our podcast today.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Thank you very much. And after
for
this,
inviting me.
we would like to take a picture together.
Yes,
And I
please.
will give you a certificate
Yeah.
for joining our podcast today.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.